Sports. It's in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get to on first down, it's Fields. On the move to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On second down, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jones now in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. from the gun. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. To throw is Fields. Rolling to his left. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pacheco once again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 2nd down and 4. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll take this down to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route was really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. And again, it's Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
McKinnon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's second and a couple. Well, now they'll try the end around. And Moody going to have a Bears first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
This is Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Going on the ground with Homer. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields out to his left. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. In motion left goes Jones. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He'll pitch it back. Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. They'll try and run the option. Here we go on fourth down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. On first down, Mahomes steps away. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He'll buy some time right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On the move to his left. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now it's Mahomes again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Now throwing on third down now, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They're rolling out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A give right side for Pacheco. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mahomes going to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw. Fields rolling to his left. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
He can do them offense. Steamroller, baby. Play it safe, boy.
On play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Fields. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Rolling to his right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On first down, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Travis Homer from 10 yards out. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive
Good
line,
game, brother.
they're getting it done.